Okay, so I talk all the time about how I say how I don't feel that schools truly care about the security of our kids, and I think they talk a good game. Now, let me just qualify this: do they purposely not care? No. Um, but do they take steps to actually make sure that our kids are secure? Absolutely not. Now, there's a reason for that, and I say this all the time because the bottom line is that they don't truly believe anything is ever going to happen. Because if they did, they would certainly take steps to make sure that these kids and teachers are secure if it did happen, but they don't think it's going to happen in spite of the fact that we get these situations regularly. And every single time there's an incident of mass violence at a school, everybody throws up their hands demanding answers. And the fact of the matter is that schools have had resolve to these things every single year all along. They just choose not to do it. Now, I'm gonna also to say this. I tell people if you want to know how much your schools care or truly care about the security of your kids, go there one day and ask them how much time and or money they spend on security. And then whatever it is they tell you, ask them how much of that is grant money, money that's given to them, or products and services that are given to them versus budget money. Here's the bottom line in the majority of the cases, by far, and I'm saying by far, if it's not grant money or if it's not things that are given to them in the name of security, they're not doing it. It's that simple. Okay. Now, I'm going to support this through showing you and going through really quick a survey that my son got from my granddaughter's school. It's basically a survey specifically asking the parents' thoughts about the 20 fiscal year 2025 school budget, the things that are important to them, and so on and so forth. And I think the school is trying to get a feel for where they should really be focusing their time, what parents are interested in, and on and on. But you're going to see something that's really interesting here, and completely supportive of what I'm saying about the lack of true care for the security of our kids. Okay. So I scrolled down a little bit just to disguise or hide the name of the school because I don't want to put this school on the spot. But I will tell you right now, this is representative of the majority, 90+% of the schools out there, especially public schools, not as much private schools because private schools do tend to seem to care a little bit more and make this, I shouldn't say care, and I got to be careful about this. They make security more of a priority than public schools do in general. So the first few questions on this are really not relevant to my point here, but I'll just so you know, I'm not skipping anything. List your relationship to the district. Again, that has nothing to do with this. Which of these best describes you, parent, guardian, of a student, and on and on and on, different grade levels. Now, this number three is where we start getting into the meat of this and where we really start to see the problems. Okay, I'm going to read this question and then go through some of the answers that they give us to choose from. Okay. As the district builds its 2024 and 2025 district budget, please rank in the order of priority the following areas, with one being the highest priority and 10 being the lowest. Now, let's just go through some of these. Athletics, educator training and professional development. Okay, good stuff there. Extracurricular activities, student clubs and organizations. Now, this is an interesting one because I don't know what my granddaughter's school offers or school district offers for clubs, but I will tell you, I was recently in a public school and I saw a list of the clubs that were offered to the students. And let me tell you, it was really appalling. TikTok, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic Club, and there were a bunch of other things. There were actually some that were actually okay, but for the most part, the majority of the clubs that were on there did nothing or would do nothing to develop life skills of our kids. In fact, it would be just the opposite. Those clubs that I just mentioned don't make our kids better, they make them worse. But this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about here. Not one single club on how to learn how to save lives, how to learn how to do CPR, how to stop the bleed, how to run an AED machine. nothing at all about those things. Now, just think about that. In so many school shooting incidents, many of the victims die not just because they've been shot and or hurt by the threat. They die because they've been shot and or hurt by the threat, and we can't get them the appropriate medical attention in time to save their lives. Now, don't you think it might be really, really advantageous to our kids from a pure life skills building standpoint and also from a life-saving standpoint if there ever were an act of mass violence to teach them how to save lives and then give them the tools to be able to do it. But that's not the way we think in this country. We're more concerned about things that kids are going to find to be fun and enjoyable rather than life skill building. And this is a huge problem. So let me go on. Uh, Fine arts, art, drama, music, things like that. Okay. Instructional materials, maintenance and upkeep of school buildings, um, teacher student ratio. Not sure how that impacts budget. But anyway, staff compensation and retainment. Obviously, that's budget related. Technology, no real specifics there about what they mean by that. And then transportation, again, a legitimate budget item there as well. But then we go into number 4. Below are the projects identified on the district's capital improvement plan. Rank them in the order of importance. Okay, so let's look at some of these. The middle school gym ceiling. Okay, what's the gym for? Athletics and all kinds of things again that in my opinion and overall with the exception of a very very small percentage of students who may go on to become professional athletes, yes, it may keep them in decent shape and all this other stuff, but I even question that. But again, it's athletics. Athletic field upgrades, so far we're 2 for 2, both of them athletics related. Repair and pave the parking lots. Okay, that's a maintenance thing. Don't have a particular problem with that. Resurface the playground area. Okay, I'll even take that one. And then resurface and repair the track, which again is athletics related. Again, you have to question safety versus security versus athletics. I don't know that, in my opinion, there's a comparison there at all. It shouldn't even be a thought, but it is. In fact, again, security is not even on this at all. New roof for the high school building. Again, that's maintenance related, have to do that type of stuff. But once again, nothing security related at all, period. Okay. And then they're asking for comments and things like that. Now, I know my son commented with this very, very concern. Where is the security related parts of this? Because they're non existent. Why? Let me explain to you why. Because this school, like so many others, truly don't believe anything bad is ever going to happen. Because trust me, if they did really believe that it was possible and that it could actually happen, they would be taking more steps. You wouldn't see 90% of the stuff on here being athletics related and maintenance related. A big part of this would be what can we do to better secure our school rather than we'll do it, but only if it's grant money or if it's given to us and it doesn't come out of our actual operating budget. This is a huge problem. But again, I say this to people all across the country. Look, if you want to keep your kids secure, it's not the school that's going to do it. It's going to be you as a parent. And there's steps that you have to take and actually to be successful with this. So again, I wanted to show you this because it does really nothing more than support my position on this. And I think as a parent, you should be concerned about this. And if you get these surveys, start asking about security and what they're doing every single year to improve security at all. And then even ask them what they're doing uh, uh, throughout the course of every year to keep our kids secure beyond spending money. What about time? Are they doing lockdown drills? How are they doing them? How often are they doing them? Are they doing them properly or improperly? And on and on and on. Again, if you want to keep your kids secure, even at school, that's your responsibility as a parent. You need to understand how to do that. You need to want to do it, and you need to spend the time and or money to make sure that you do it. So until next time, thanks. See you soon.